الرحمن الرحيم. أعزائي طلاب شهادة الثانوية العامة قسم رياضيات لغات، سلام الله عليكم ورحمته وبركاته. اليوم سنتناول مراجعة عامة رقم 2 في مادة الاستاتيكا. طبعا احنا عارفين مادة الاستاتيكا يونت 1 بيتكلم على الفريكشن، يونت 2 اخدنا يونت 2 طبعا قبل كده في ريفيجن على المومنت. اليوم سنتناول مراجعة على الجنرال ايكوليبريم وعلى ايه تاني الكابلز. طبعا احنا عارفين الكابلز مهم جدا في منهج الاستاتيكا. الكابل اللي هو علم الازدواج. كابلز معناه two forces equal in magnitude opposite direction distant between them. My dear student, today we are taking general revision about a static. Look at the first example. ABCD is a rectangle in which AB 3 cm, BC 4 cm. H and O are midpoints of AD and CD, respectively. Forces of magnitudes 4, 6, 4, 6, 5, 5 newtons. Remember, we have 6 forces. 4, 6, 4, 6, 5, 5. Doubles 4, double 6, doubles 5. Act along BA ray, CB ray, DC ray, AD ray, AC ray, OH ray. Remember, direction very important, respectively. Find the norm of moment of the couple equivalent to the system of the forces. Look at rectangle ABCD. How many forces which act? We have 6 forces. 4 opposite 4. The first 2 forces, 4 in AB and in CD. Look at and DC. Remember, BA opposite DC. We have 2 forces, 4, 4. And we have 6, 6. 2 forces act AD and opposite direction CB. Form couple. Also 5, 5. 5 on OH and on AC. Remember, what is the moment of the couple? Moment of the couple equals the force times L. What is the L? Or L times F. L, distance between or perpendicular distance. Perpendicular, remember, must be perpendicular distance between the forces. We have 2 forces, 4 and 4. Between them distance equal what? X and student equal 4 centimeter. But look at 6 and 6. So these are 2 forces, included distance between them 3 centimeter. But remember, we have 2 other forces, 5 and 5 included distance HN. What is the length of HN? Remember, H is the midpoint of AD. Therefore, H equal 2 centimeter. Angle HAN theta. Then HN equals 2 sine theta. Remember, sine theta, we can calculate sine theta from what? X and student. Look at measure angle DAC equal measure angle ACB by alternate. What is the sine? The sine equal what? Opposite over hypotenuse, 3 over 5, or AB over AC equals 3 over 5. Look at, my dear student, the first 2 forces, 4 and 4, form a couple. What is the moment? The first moment of the 2 forces equal 4 times 4. The first 4 represent the force, second 4 represent the distance, equals 16 Newton centimeter. Remember, my dear student, direction of this couple is positive, anti-clockwise. And also remember, the unit of the couple equal unit of the force times unit of the distance, Newton centimeter. Also, my dear student, the 2 forces 6 and 6 form a couple. Look at what is the moment of the couple? Moment 2, 6 times 3. 6 force which act, but 3 the distance, equal 18 Newton centimeter, also in anticlockwise with positive. Number 3, we know that Hn equal to sine theta in triangle AHN. Hn opposite angle theta. Therefore, Hn 2 sine theta 2 times 3 over 5. We know that sine theta equal AB over AC, 3 over 5 or 6 over 5. Then the couple or moment of the couple 3, which 2 forces opposite in direction, the distance between them Hn equal 5 times 6 over 5 by negative. Therefore, equal negative 6 Newton centimeter. Why? Because with clockwise. The resultant moment of the couple M1 plus M2 plus M3. How many couples? 3 couples. What is the submission? 16 plus 18 minus 6. Answer is 28 Newton centimeter. Now we are translate to another example. AB is uniform rod of length 200 centimeter and its weight 10 Newton. Its end A is connected to a hang fixed in vertical wall, and it carries weight at a point on the rod 150 centimeter equals its weight. The rod is kept in equilibrium horizontally by means of a string, one of its end B and its other end is connected to a point on the wall lying vertical above A. If the string inclines to horizontal at angle of measure 30 degrees, find tension of string and reaction of hang. My dear student, look at in this example, we have the tension T. We resolve T sine 30 and T cosine 30. T sine 30 in vertical, but T cosine 30 in horizontal. We have two weights, 10 and 10. 10 of the force, which downward, and the weight of the rod AB. The hang A, at the point A, we have reaction of the hang. We resolve the reaction of hang among two forces. The first X, the second Y. First horizontally, second Y vertically. Then, my dear student, the first equation, T sine 30, vertical equation, plus Y equals 20 plus 20, plus 10 plus 10 equals 20. This is the first equation. This in vertical, but in horizontal, T cosine 30 equals X. We know that sine 31 over 2, but cosine 30 root 3 over 2. After that, we find moment at a point A. Remember, my dear student, the first equation, we have two unknown, tension T and reaction Y. The second equation, also we have two unknown, tension T and reaction of hang horizontally is X. We need third equation. Why? Because we have three unknown, tension, X, Y. And we have two equations only, vertical equation and horizontally equation. We must find the moment at point A. When find the moment at point A, we cancel X and Y reaction. Why? Because it acts at point A. Therefore, my dear student, moment at A equals 0. How many points, how many forces? We have three forces, 10 and 10 and tension T. The first 10, negative 10 times 150. Look at the distance between 10, the or weight of the AB, the rod AB, and the point A is 100. Negative 10 times 100, but the tension T sine 30, we multiply 200, the distance between B and A. Therefore, in this equation equals 0 to calculate the tension T. The tension by using simplest form equals 25. Then by substitution about first equation, x equals 25 cosine 30, cosine 30 root 3 over 2, then x equals 12.5 root 3. Also, my dear student, y 7.5. What is the reaction of Henk? Square root x square plus y square. Therefore, this action of Henk. My dear student, look at another example. In the opposite figure, ABCD is a rectangle. AB equals 16 centimeter, BC equals 6 centimeter, E and H are midpoints of AB and DC. If the system is in equilibrium, then the force F equals what? Look at the force F. The force F form a couple because the two forces are equal in magnitude and opposite direction. The first act in BH, the second acts at DE. Remember, we have in the opposite figure three couples. The first couple, 32 and 32, two forces, distance between them AD or 6 centimeter. Also, we have two forces, 18 and 18, which act at CB and AD. Distance between them equals 16 centimeter. Remember, the couple has direction. Anticlockwise is positive as 18 and 18 forces, but 32 and 32 in negative direction because direction is clockwise. Also, the force F and F form a couple and its direction was negative. My dear student, choose the correct answer. What is the value of F? 20, 40, 10, or 30? Look at again. We have ABCD as a rectangle. We have two forces, 18 and 18, form a couple, 32, 32, second couple, F and F, third couple. Remember, my dear student, to calculate the distance between two forces F and F, we draw HN perpendicular to ED. Measure angle HND is right angle, but the sine of HDN equals sine DEA. DEA. Why? Because CD parallel to BA by using alternate angles. Sine angle DEA equals AD over DE, opposite over hypotenuse, 6 over 10. Why 10 AD equals 10? Because DA equals 6, but AE equals, this is 3 and 4, 6 and 8, therefore ED equals what? Square root equals 10 centimeter by using bisectors. Therefore, how many couples? 3 couples. How many couples? 3 couples. Summation of 3 couples must be equal 0. In equilibrium, The first couple, negative 32 times 6. Second couple, 18 times 16. Third couple, f times the distance hn equals hd sine angle hdn. Remember, my dear student, EA equals what? Equals 8. Therefore, E midpoint, also H midpoint. Therefore, by using substitution to calculate the force F, in this case, F equals 20 Newton. Then, this example, we find it at any static exam. Find the force of the F force which make a couple. The first, we think how many couples? 3 couples. Then after that, what is the direction? Positive or negative? After that, in equilibrium, summation equal what? Equal 0. We find couple, moment of the couple equals L times F or F times L. L is the distance between the two forces. Therefore, find the value of the force F is 20 Newton. Now we are translate to another one. A rod of length 40 centimeter and its weight 2.4 kilogram weight, acting at its midpoint, can rotate easily in vertical plane about fixed hang, and its end couple of magnitude 24 kilogram weight centimeter acts on the rod. Then inclination of the rod to vertical in position of equilibrium equals what? Look at, my dear student, in the opposite figure, R equals 2.4. The force up equal force down. Sine theta in the opposite figure equals 1/2. Therefore, theta equal 30 degrees. Or 150. Maybe theta in first quad or second quad. Look at another example. In the opposite figure, AB is a rod rests in equilibrium horizontal, then the distance x equal what? Look at, in the opposite figure, we have AB is a rod. The distance between B and D equal 2 meter. Forces act at B equals 6 Newton. Downward at D 8 Newton. At A equals 10 Newton. We have support at C. The force up equals F. The distance equal what? 28, 14, 12, 2. Look at, my dear student, at the first, what is the F? F equals summation of the forces. After that, the moment about C to calculate the distance x. Look at the first force, 10 multiply 4, but negative 10. Why? Because direction of the moment was clockwise. Negative 10 times 4 plus the force 8 times x plus 6 times distance between B and C. 2 plus x inside bracket must be equal 0. Too easy to find the value of x by using simplest form. Therefore, x equals what? 14x equal 28, then x equals 2. 28 divided 14 equals what? Equals 2. In this example, to find the value of x, we must find the moment among C. Someone say, maybe the force equals summation 6 plus 8 plus 10 equals 28 Newton. After that, we find moment at A to calculate the distance x. This right, but this very important method to calculate the length of x to find moment about c. Moment about c must be equal 0 to cancel the force F and find the value of x. Look at another example. In the opposite figure, AB is a rod rest in equilibrium horizontal, then x equals what? 5, 12, 10, 16. We have how many forces? Let, my dear student, the force F, we resolve it into two components, xi plus yj. Therefore, we have 12 plus x negative 16 must be equal 0, x equals 4. 9 plus y equals 12 or negative 12 equals 0. Therefore, y equals 3 by using 3 power 2, 4 power 2 equals, or x power 2 plus y power 2 under square root equals 5. My dear student, in the opposite figure, ABCDHO is uniform hexagon with the side length 40 centimeter if the given forces are in equilibrium. What is the value of F1? Look at, my dear student, we have how many forces? F1, F2, F3 in the opposite figure, and 100 and 300. The required, in this case, what is the value of F1? Remember, F1, F2, F3 acts on cyclic order. Look at, my dear student, choose the correct answer. F1 equals 600, 300 root 3, 100, 150. To calculate F1, my dear student, we can cancel F2 and F3 by using the moment about h. Moment about h equals 0. Therefore, F1 multiply the distance between h, perpendicular distance between h and F1, 40 sine 60, plus 100 times HC, or 40 root 3, negative 300 times 40 sine 60 must be equal 0. To calculate F1, my dear student, then moment about h equals 0. Why? Because the moment about h help me to calculate F1 without using F2 and F3. When find moment about h, F2, F3 act at point h equals 0, but F1 not acts at h. My dear student, remember, when find the distance between h and F1 or h and CD ray, we perpendicular h from h perpendicular distance to CD equals 40 sine 60. Also 300, the force 300, the distance between h and AO ray equal 40 sine 60. Then, my dear student, the force F1 to calculate by using summation of 4,000 root 3 minus 6,000 root 3 equals negative 2,000 root 3 and divided by 20 root 3, F1 equals 100. This example very important. We have more forces act along sides of hexagon and diagonal. After that, the required, what is the value of F1? Someone say, if the required F2, what is the value of F2? Then value of F2, to get F2, we must find moment about point C. Why? To cancel F1 and F3. What is the value of F3? When to find the value of F3, we calculate the moment about point D. Remember, my dear student, this example very important to calculate the force of each of three forces F1, F2, and F3. Now we are translate to another example. ABCD is a trapezium or trapezoid in which AD parallel to BC. Measure angle ABC equals 90 degrees. AB equal 8 cm, BC 15 cm, AD 9 cm. Forces of magnitudes F 44, 68 kilogram weight acts along DA direction, DC ray, AC ray respectively. If the line of action of resultant of these forces passes through the point B, find the value of F. Look at ABCD is a trapezoid which measure angle B is right. Therefore, in triangle ABC, AC by using Pythagoras 8 power 2 plus 15 power 2 equals 17. To calculate AC, which AC is the distance. Therefore, PH by using Euclidean theorem, 8 times 15 over 17 equals 120 over 17. Therefore, DC equals 10. After that, we find sin C equal 4 over 5 or 8 over 10 equal BO over 15. Therefore, by using cross multiplication, BO equals 12 centimeter. After that, moment at B equals 0. To calculate the force F, therefore, the force F 126 gram weight. My dear student, by the end of the lesson, I am very happy to spend such time with you. Thank you. Goodbye.